From Dr. Craig Videos, the channel that brought you endless hours of rehearsed tautology, baseless assertions, and sciency sounding mumbo-jumbo, comes the world's most obnoxious apologist, defending the world's smuggest apologist, in Hating William Lane Craig. Strap yourselves in for nearly 20 minutes of shouty whining and illogical ranting by the misanthrope famous for lying to the gullible, Dr. Frankenturek.
They're talked out of it. You know why they're talked out of it? Because they've never been talked into it.
Cross-examining skeptical and atheistic views. Welcome to Cross-Examine with Dr. Frank Turek.
You'll sit bored as Turek wonders aloud why atheist commenters are angry, while he pretends to be unaware of religious genocides, the Inquisition, institutionalized child rape, genital mutilation, ethnic cleansing, suicide bombings, abortion clinic bombings, book burning, witch burning, the obstruction of scientific advancement, and the systematic retardation of all civilization in the name of God. In this saga of self-admitted unscientific review of a cherry-picked sample of YouTube trolls.
No, this is not a scientific study or any of that. It just strikes me as strange. I surveyed a few hundred comments of the 18,000 up there.
You'll marvel as a grown man mutates into a petulant princess while reading insults leveled at his hero, Dr. William Lane Craig.
Craig was called a fool, an idiot, a moron, a used car salesman, lame, a dishonest fool, a dumb, joke, well, I can't say that one. This is one we would use in New Jersey quite a bit. A D-bag, you can think about that. Retarded, egotistical, rhymes with sick, okay? You got the idea. A deluded fool, the F word used several times against Dr. Craig. A BS cannon, a buffoon, more BS, overrated, a fraud, and several other names that I can't mention here on the air.
You'll laugh out loud as a sniveling crank laments being called a crybaby while reading comments about himself.
Here's what I've been called: a doofus, an idiot, a charlatan, a moron, a dumb blank, a crybaby, a tool, a psycho. Well, that might be true because I'm originally from New Jersey. Anyway, a D-bag, a fraud, retarded, stupid, a Jack, you get it, a joke, a fool, a sham, annoying, and several other names that I can't mention on the air.
You'll cringe as he shamelessly sneaks in a plug for his book.
You know, Pascal said something that we have in the book, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist.
And website.
Crossexamined.org. That's crossexamined with a D on the end of it, .org.
And complains about name-calling on the internet.
What's given is simply name-calling, and my question is, why? Why does it so quickly resort to name-calling, particularly from the atheistic side?
You'll cheer as this scrappy kid from Jersey ironically makes a case against Christianity.
I mean, it could be that the atheists are right. I mean, not that Dr. Craig or any of these names attributed to Dr. Craig or me are true, but maybe their position's right. I mean, that's possible. Christians might believe that Christianity is true just because psychologically they want to believe it.
You'll boggle as he cites studies of desperate believers getting angry when their God fails to help when they need him most.
According to Cook and Wimberly from 1983, 33% of parents who suffered the death of her child reported doubts about God in the first year of bereavement. In another study, 90% of mothers who had given birth to a profoundly retarded child voiced doubts about the existence of God. That's from another study in 1985. Our survey research with undergraduates has focused directly on the association between anger at God and reported drops in belief. In the wake of a negative event, life event, anger toward God predicted decreased belief in God's existence. In other words, anger toward God may not only lead people to atheism, but give them reason to cling to their disbelief.
And turns it into the stupid claim that unbelievers are really believers who suppress the knowledge so they can be depraved.
Paul says this, "For God's invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen ever since the creation of the world in the things that have been made, so that they are without excuse." That people suppress the truth and unrighteousness. They know that God exists, but they suppress it. And if you read further into Romans chapter 1, you realize that this suppression ultimately leads to people into depravity, to the point that not only are they doing evil things, they're encouraging other people to do these evil things. And maybe from this vitriol, this anger comes.
If you only see one video all year, make it a water skiing squirrel or a cat falling in a fish tank. Anything but this one.